Tune in to UFO Undercover, Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern, with your host, Joe Montaldo, right here on the Paranormal Radio Network.
What's out there? What creates the shadows in the corners or the creatures of the dark? Who are those on the other side? What do they have to say? This is the Gateway Podcast. This is not your normal style of paranormal talk radio. Brought to you live from United Public Radio Network, 107.7 FM New Orleans.
Welcome to the Outer Realm with Michelle DeRoche and Amelia Pisano. Airing live on the United Public Radio Network, 105.3 FM in New Orleans.
The Church of Mavis Radio Show, Friday nights at 8 p.m., 7 Central, starring Jeffrey Pritchett with his co-hosts Wham and Jay McNicholas, right here on the United Paranormal Radio Network, UPRN 107.7.
I'm on the stage. Hey, good evening, Sunday evening. Welcome to the show. Into the night with me, your host, Sean Kelly. And I want to wish everybody, all the fathers, a happy Father's Day. But what I want to do is I want to add the mothers in there too. And the reason why I want to add the moms in there too is because there's a lot of single families that the fathers are not involved, okay, and it's the mothers that raise their children, you know. And I'll be an example for that. When I was 24 years old, my father passed away, and then my mom up until now has raised me and my brother, and and I have a lot of other friends out there that have, that the dad's passed or there's divorce, whatever. I don't know what the situation is, but, the moms took care of the children too. So, I need to give a shout out to the Moms Day too, like Father's Day. And what is Father's Day? I have a son, and he did call me today, and it was nice to hear his voice. He's 35 right now, and what's going on is that he has his own life now, and it feels good inside my heart, okay, that, that I had the opportunity to raise him along with his mom. Well, we were divorced, and I got to give a shout out to his stepfather too, Butchie. And it I don't know. It just seems like, the more years that go up, you go up in age, and they get older too. So I'm awful proud of myself, of how I raised my son, and he's a really, really good dude. We had a lot of people show up today so far in the show. We got Heidi. Hi, Heidi. Much love from, well, I'm still in West Virginia, so much love from West Virginia. Hey, Michelle, good to see you. Vet Girl, good to see you. Kurt, man, it's good to see you too, brother. I sure did have a great Father's Day. Lots of food, beautiful weekend, awesome, awesome, awesome friends. I got a sister from another mother, you know what I mean? And it has just been a very relaxing weekend. Hey, Mish, good to see you. Hope everything's well down in Australia. um, hey, Z, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. Mike Geneva. Hey, wow, man. Long time no see, dude. Good to see you. It's good to have everybody, pop in. But tonight, we're going to have an open discussion tonight. Before we get into it, okay, I have to thank UPRN Talk Radio 105.3 Mississippi, 107.7 New Orleans for allowing me to give you this hour Sunday nights 8:10 to 9:10 p.m. and Tuesday nights from 8:10 to 9:10 p.m. Cindy Mitch, much love to you. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Kurt. And I just feel honored being here with y'all and just sharing my, whatever. A bit cold here in South Australia. Down there, that's what Mish is saying, So, yeah, it's a bit cold here. And believe it or not, here's the deal behind this weekend for me. And this is no crap. And I can bring my people here and they'll tell you. Every time I stepped on the damn deck, it rained. No shit. It really did. It rained. It has been raining since I've gotten here on Friday. Donna, good to see you. Thank you very much, Donna. Appreciate that. And it rained, and it rained, and it rained, and it rained today, and it rained yesterday. And I do believe it just stopped raining. Heidi says it is hot today and looking forward to the 104 this week. Robert Pasco, good to see you, buddy. Thank you for watching. Well, I do believe we're still going to get rain. There's a lot of flooding, especially down in, I do believe, Wheeling, West Virginia. Yeah, they're flooded out. There are some areas around where I'm at, a couple small towns that are flooded out. Yes, it is, Heidi. Water is powerful, though. It definitely is. But I'm going to have an open discussion tonight, and we're going to talk about whatever you want to talk about. We could talk paranormal, we can talk cryptids, we can talk about rain, we can talk about whatever you want to talk about. So, to be honest with you, I did not come up with a topic, or did I ever get a chance to get a person to come on with me to, be a guest. So, Gary, hey, Gary, good to see you, buddy. Welcome. So we're going to bring up a topic. If anybody out there wants to bring something up, I tell you what, though, where I'm at right now is like in the Appalachian Mountains is where I'm located at. And when you go up this road, it's kind of crazy, but you go up this road and for about, I would say 3.5 miles, the roads are nice and clear. Everything's great. Not a problem, not a pothole, nothing like that. A lot of bumps. But it's funny, but when you get into the West Virginia line, it's a bumpy road. Hey, Daniel, happy Father's Day. Thank you, sir. Happy Father's Day to you, too. And it's a bumpy road. But I tell you what, it's been a weekend of bliss. It really has. And like I said, I'm here with my sister from another mother and her family. And I was truly blessed this weekend. Gary says, when you step out and it rains, it's because God thinks you are not. Listen to this. Everybody, I got to put this up so everybody can read this. I got to tell the world on this one. This is a good one, Gary. When you step out and it rains, it's because God thinks you are Noah with that beard. I like that one, Gary. That's a good one. That's a good one, dude. I like that one. But since I have nothing, we're just going to, just sit around and talk about it. So, like I said, I'm right in the middle of the Appalachians, and a lot of woods everywhere. Lots of woods everywhere. I mean, there's trees falling, and I go up to the mountains, and I see on both sides creeks going down through the side of the road, coming in from the mountains. It is it's a beautiful thing. And it's pretty neat about the mountain and all these woods out here in the mountains is that when it rains, hey, Joe Fox, good to see you, sir. Welcome, my friend. Happy Father's Day to you, Joe. But whenever you see, after it rains, the trees are so green. Okay, the vegetation is so green and it's so pretty, and it's so I don't know. It just it's breathtaking, to be honest with you. And I enjoy coming up here. I did not do no Bigfoot hunting. Okay. And yesterday, as I was sleeping, in my room, there was a spirit checking me out, which was okay because we know who it was. And it was nice and relaxing. And they're like protecting me. I know the family really well. I've known them for a very long time. And I kind of have a feeling I know who was there checking in on me. Um, if I would have to say that I have a real safe space to go to when I'm really hurting, I know I can come here and I'd be okay. And that's the truth. And and what else I love about this, there's a lake, went fishing yesterday, caught me a lot of bluegill. And what we're going to do with these bluegill, right? There's like a aviary place where they bring birds who are hurt, damaged wings, or something happened to them, and they rehabilitate them. Okay, and so uh, we caught a lot of bluegill, and we're going to feed it to the eagles and the red-tailed hawks who are hurt that can't really, kind of feed themselves. So I think that's kind of like totally awesome. But yeah, caught a lot of big bluegill. I mean, seriously, look at the size of this hand. My hand is so huge, and these damn bluegills are bigger than my hand, and it was something. But going up the mountain and walking in the woods, I was with Val's husband. We went around and we got some dirt from some creeks. And yes, I'm going to take it home. Heidi says, yay, Sean. Yes, love that. Yes, I do too. It kind of made me feel good for each bluegill that I caught. That's another meal for a bird, which I think is like really cool. But so we went out and we did a little bit of security work today around the lake, and we dug up some dirt. So yes, I will be prospecting some dirt when I get home. I'm looking forward to that. If anybody knows anything about gold prospecting, that for a fact that when you get a lot of black sands, there's a lot of black sands. There definitely could be good. We are in West Virginia, and we're in the mountains, so I guarantee there could be some gold in there. But I will tell you this, by next Sunday I should have it all done, and I'm going to have to tell you the results of all the processing that I do with this dirt. It's going to get wet, it's going to get dirty, I'm going to feel like, a bunch of sand. I don't have to go to the beach. I'll be getting it from prospecting gold. So how's everybody's day been so far today? Um, Mine was great. Heidi, Michelle, Mish, how's your day going? Did you get the opportunity to speak to your fathers? Did you take them out to dinner or something like that? I'd like to know what's going on. Carrie, hey, Carrie, good to see you. Golden and Nails. That's right, Carrie, good to see you. Me, I haven't seen you in a while. Um, so please tell me how your day went. Kurt, how was your day today? Gary, how was your day? Um, but I will talk about the Little Forest people a little bit, just a little bit, not a lot. So me and Matt, we were out there, digging up some rocks and checking out. He was showing me around the lake, and you know, this whole place is surrounded by woods. Okay, and you know what? Um, oh my gosh! As we were digging, as Matt was digging, okay, I really felt like there was a lot of eyes upon me, but it didn't seem like a Bigfoot eyes. You know how you get those certain feelings of certain things um, that you think it's watching you, but it is true they probably are watching. But it was nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about at all. I'm sorry, Michelle. My condolences, Mish. My condolences. My dad died in 1986. He was 52 years old and he died of cancer. So, so if you go on my Facebook page, um, you'll see a picture of me when I was a little tyke, little dude, sitting on my dad's lap. And that was my father. Yeah, Carrie, fairies, yes, absolutely. Fairies, gnomes, leprechauns. You all know how I feel about all them, and no one can tell me anything different. That there's no such thing as leprechauns. I'm telling you what, there are. They are leprechauns out there, and a lot of fairies too. And but I didn't see no fairy rings, which was surprising. Mish says not Father's Day here. That will be in September. Hey, Vet Girl, good to see you, hon. Thank you for popping in. But I just got that sense that something was looking at me and Matt today. You know, I met a neighbor of Matt's up here. Very nice guy. We sat around, we chatted. He was riding his bike through the woods and on the roads and stuff like that. And it was just a very, very, very nice day at the beginning. And of course, got home, had a tea, went on the deck, and it started to rain. Oh yeah, it rained. It rained. But that was okay because I was not letting the rain ruin my weekend here. And it hasn't. I'll tell you what, one of the best weekends ever up here. So hopefully before I leave tomorrow, because I'm going back to Pittsburgh, yeah, going back to the city, unfortunately, um, I'm hoping that I can hear another tree knock from people. Um, like I did about 2 or 3 times, but maybe last year when I was up here. Hopefully I can hear a tree knock. Maybe the Bigfoot know that I'm here. I'm sure they do know I'm here. But I'd like to hear another a tree knock. Um, wow, we're getting a lot of people. Look at this. Kurt says, "Oh, my heart hurts for everyone. A lot of parents to be people in here made it to the next stage much." Heidi says, "Beckerel, they were all delicious and remind me of the Adam Sandler." Hey, Matt, good to see you. Here's my buddy Matt. I've been spending the weekend with. Hey, good to see you, buddy. They're all laughing in the back, which is good. If you have any questions about this place where I'm staying at, just put it in, just put it in the chat, and then he'll tell you all about it. Okay, that was good, man. Nice surprise. Heidi says my day has been pretty uneventful. Took paws out on the porch, made some meta post, made homework. Oh, homemade macaroni and cheese. Saw a bunny and a swallowtail butterfly in the squirrel. That's cool as hell. That's sweet because They have yellow finches up here, yellow and black finches, and they're loud, man. They're noisy as hell. Got a lot of birds up here. Um, I'll tell you what, and Heidi, you might enjoy this, but we were sitting here, in the house watching, and do you know the damn ravens, the damn crows? They tried to knock all the bird feed out of the bird feeder, and that's a true story. Um, it was crazy. They were trying, and they never succeeded, but we did get it on film. But them crows are crazy bastards, man. I'm telling you, they'll do anything to get food. I call them bullies. They're bullies up here because they scare the shit out of the little yellow and black finches that we have up here. So it's like, but I guess it's life and it's part of the birds. The aviary that hangs out around here. Saw a lot of deer today. You know, it was really cool. It was. Cindy Mid says, "Yes, we are at you again." Oh, cool. Kurt says that sounds like an awesome day. Heidi sounds eventful to me. Oh yeah, Heidi always has good eventful days. Heidi says, and I am so grateful for my dad. He has a date tonight with a live one. Huh? Oh, I bet you'd be texting his ass all night, huh? I bet you were. I could see Heidi texting her dad. Are you behaving, Dad? Are your hands in your pocket, Dad? I hope you bought her dinner, Dad. I can see that. But I don't know. I just feel happy. Okay, Heidi says Mr. Blue Jay and I later called him Mr. Asshole. Was trying to steal the finch and chickadee nest. Crazy, ain't it? Kurt, birds are very intelligent. Yes, they are very, very intelligent. And these ones up here are pretty intelligent. But yeah, the green people, the little fairies, that was going on. Oh, okay, let's see what we got here. Vet Girl says, I don't know about eventful, but I realize my son has only 4 days left over of school. Summer vacation, here we come. Yay. So I've been busy cleaning, organizing, sorting, managing. God bless you, Vet. God bless you. That's hard. And she is also trying to pull miracles out of her butt. Blue jays are loud. Okay. Blue jays to me are the loudest birds out there. And they, especially when you get about 4 or 5 blue jays together and they start squawking, and it just drives you nuts. And so far, so good. So far, I have not come across any blue jays. But I will tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. Um, in home in Pittsburgh, even up here, there's been a lot of cardinals hanging around. You know, they've been flying around. Um, yes, they are obnoxious, huh? Yes, they are. Heidi said that they're obnoxious. That's true. But I've seen a lot of cardinals. And everybody says when you see cardinals, it's your loved ones who has deceased, who have passed away, and they come back as a bird, mainly a cardinal. Um, I don't know if it, and it's also considered, if you have a deep connection with someone who likes cardinals, you know, the cardinal could be that person who's thinking about you and comes over and visits you. But I've had a lot of cardinals come to me, and it just, I don't know. When I see a cardinal, it makes me happy because the first thing um, I think of is my father. Oh my gosh, that girl, your son's graduating from grade 8, going into high school next year. God bless you, girl. Your life has just begun for you. Life has just begun. But yeah, that's been my week, and it was a lovely weekend up here. Um, but you know what? We are at the bottom of the hour. So if everybody would like to take a break, I'll be back in about 70 seconds, maybe a little bit longer, and we will be able to continue this show. I hope, if everything works out right. But so everybody go to the bathroom, get something to drink, smoke a cigarette, do what you got to do, and I will see you back in over a minute. Okie dokie, smoky.
Hi, I'm Brittany Ashley, your host of Breaking Norms, Building Dreams, your guide through this transformative journey in both business and life. This is your place crafted for dreamers, doers, or anyone who has been told they can't. Get ready as we challenge those narratives together. You're tuning in live to the United Public Radio Network, airing on 105.3 and 107.7 FM in New Orleans. We are streaming on all the popular platforms every Monday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Join me for a candid and thought-provoking conversation celebrating your unique journey because you are worth it.
Welcome to Negotiating Happiness, the show that helps you find happiness, success, and balance in your work and life. I'm Adriana Fiestra, your host for this journey into entrepreneurship and personal growth. We're broadcasting live on 107.7 and 105.3 FM in New Orleans as part of the United Public Radio Network. We explore the latest.
Hi, and thank you all for joining us today. We are broadcasting live on the United Public Radio Network and the UFO Paranormal Radio Network, 105.3 on the Gulf Coast and 107.7 FM in New Orleans.
Hey, welcome back, everybody, to the second part of the show, Into the Night, with me, your host, Sean Kelly. I hope you got to smoke that cigarette, do what you had to do, get something to drink. We were just discussing, it's an open discussion tonight, and I was talking about my wonderful weekend I had up here. Now I have to go back into the city of Pittsburgh. So, also in the first half, we were talking a little bit about the woods, the fairies, gold prospecting, whatever. We, Sean. Okay, and all my guardian angels are in the chat room tonight, and it was nice to see people that I haven't seen for a long time. I want to thank UPRN Talk Radio, 105.3 Mississippi, 107.7 New Orleans, and I also want to do a shout out to CL Thomas. That's my buddy. She's with me on Tuesday nights. Well, not with me. Her show starts, I do believe, at 9:15. Thank you, Miss. CL's The Gateway Podcast comes on 9:15 on Tuesday nights. She is a dear friend of mine, and after watching my show, go over and give her some love, because she has some very, very great guests that comes on. If you want to be a guest on my show, or just thank you, Heidi. And you want to be a guest, just send me a message. Tell me you want to come on, and we can talk about anything or everything that you want to talk about. It's okay. Don't have to be about the paranormal. Don't have to be about cryptids or anything like that. If you want to talk about the fairies, if you want to talk about how hot it's been, where you've been living, or whatever you want to talk about, you want to come on the show, please feel free. Send me a message, and I will get you on. So I don't think I missed anybody. That nope, no, I'm good. Happy Father's Day, and happy Single Mother's Day too. Because you have to be grateful for the mothers who help raise their children, and without no fathers. My mother did it, okay, and it's a truly a blessed thing for that. Thank you, Z. Brian, thank you very much. So we have a new person, first time listening tonight. Everybody, welcome. I wish I could. E plurals busto. I don't know how. I'll call you E. All right, everybody. Here's E. And why don't you give her a big hug? Welcome her to the show. I truly appreciate that. But thank you for stopping in, E. I hope you enjoy the show. But so we're talking about where I was at in the woods in the Appalachians, and no, I didn't see or hear no Bigfoot knocks, or I have not. All I did was do some gold prospecting, and just feeling the eyes of the fairies, the gnomes, the creatures of the forest. But yeah. It's been a great day. Today's open discussion, and whatever you want to talk about, please feel free to do so. So, anybody, doing any, have anybody seen any spirits? Has anybody seen anything kind of paranormal since last Tuesday? Whatever, come on, share some stuff with me. Share some stuff with me so we can talk about it, because I can only go so far. Yes, I'm Irish and I do know how to talk, but, share something. Well, the more I get into it, the more, like I said, I do have to go back to Pittsburgh tomorrow, but I'll still be off a week. And, remember I was telling you earlier how, my mom took care of me and my brother after my father passed away. Well, and everybody should listen to this. You only got one mother, you only got one father. Okay. And when they get sick, you have to not just kick them to the curb and put them in a home. You got to figure out that, hey, they took care of you like my mother took care of me. Okay. And you got to take care of your parents, because one day they're going to be gone. And you have to be there for them. And I know for a fact that when they pass and you just like have no feelings or no dealings with them, it's just going to hurt like hell. What does Heidi says? I don't know how I did it, honestly, with our near-death experience. Now, of course, Heidi's seen some strangeness out there in Colorado. Okay. Kurt says, actually, last night evening, I was sitting where I'm sitting now in my kitchen. I swear I saw a shadow, kind of blurry face looking at me through my house door window from the outside. That's interesting. Did anything happen? Kurt, or is it just a face that you saw? Did the door maybe opened up? What did you actually feel when you saw the face? Were you scared? Were you intrigued? Share it with us and we can talk about it a little bit more. But back to the mom and dads who are sick. Don't put them in a home if you can. I mean, I know there are times that you're going to have to. But you know what? Enjoy your mom, enjoy your dad. Seriously, help them as much as you can. Um, Mish says my partner saw a shadow in our hallway, but that was it a couple nights ago. Okay. So, according to my sources of the paranormal field, they say that the veil is like almost gone, and I believe, personally myself, that it is gone. That there is no more veil. For people who are just popping in or don't understand about the veil, it's a thin layer, like a real thin layer blanket that separates our world to the spirit world. And especially around November, October, around Halloween, November. Now, tell me if I'm wrong, ladies, because I know there's a lot of it. Um, a lot of people who are Wiccan in the chat room. That around that time, it really, really gets slower, and spirits can cross into our realm. Um, but I believe right now that the veil is done. It's over with. There's no more veil, and there are spirits that do walk around us. Oh, ooh, heck. Kurt says, Kurt said, I saw it out of the corner of my eye, and I went to look directly at it. Dumb, I caved better, but I got up to look outside, and the outside cats were looking down at the tree line. The grass was kinda okay. Thank you for sharing that, my friend. Brian says, time. Oop, there's a lot. Hold on a second. Brian says, time has been zooming so fast, I see people in twofold sometimes. Today, a friend was on break with me, and we both saw a yellow butterfly go one way, vanish, and return seconds later from another direction. Oh my gosh, dude, that is like so cool, Kevin. Huh. That's great to hear. Thank you for sharing that, dude. That butterfly must have flown right into a portal and flew back into another one. Heidi says a yellow swallowtail butterfly, Kevin, question mark. Let me see, what do we got going on here? What Kurt says, waving, but there was a slight wind. I didn't feel any sort of way. I just said, if there is someone or something out there, don't be scared. You're always welcome here if you don't harm or hurt anything. Michelle says, I had activity outside at 3 a.m. this morning, set off the motion cameras. Wow. Direction, then also, this is Brian saying that people in double time, like said butterfly. Okay. Heidi, the veil I feel started to diminish in 2020. I bet that's when all the bullshit happened. And I do believe that there are people out there who aren't so nice that it kind of helped the veil to come down. But like I said, we do not speak politics on my show. We just don't do that. I just can't. So, yeah, look at all these people having paranormal events, having paranormal activity happen around them. So something's up, and I believe also, when the world is in chaos, and I'm not just talking the United States, I'm talking about different countries and stuff like that. When a lot of people are angry, a lot of people are scared or nervous, and all kinds of good stuff, bad stuff. That it kind of makes people, all their energies just go away, go out there in the universe, and it makes one big blob. I'll get to that in a minute. Heidi says, since moving here, I've seen about a foot high like cats running around, and in the last year that have been way much more detailed. Carrie says, I always believe if you lead a good life, you can come visit. If you are bad and still around, you are stuck. Heidi cannot deal with the politics either. No, I can't. But what I want to say is, my friend Penny, she taught me this a long time ago. It's like whenever, you have so much anger, so much Um, every bad energy that's inside your body, and you release it, it hangs around you, and that's all negativity hanging there. It's one big black ball. I don't know how to say it. Blob. There we go, blob. But and just imagine all the black blobs that are out there now with all the bullshit going out there in the world. That's why there's probably so much damn negativity out there, because the spirits feed on that. That girl says 3-second break. I am wide open. It's been easier to answer. When do I not have spirit activity? The answer is never. Heidi says, what's wild is my neighbor who lived here before me saw them too. Okay. Elementals, I feel, are Fae. Okay. Carrie says, I was going to say, if people need those that have passed, they can come. So look how open-minded my people are in my chat here. It's awesome. But, everybody who says, you are welcomed, you have to be careful. You really seriously need to be careful on who you invite. Okay. And that's like what I would do is get like a medium or whatever, come to your house and actually find out what spirits are hanging before you even invite them in. You know what I mean? Because once you invite the spirits into your house, all hell could break loose. And you have to, and I got to be honest with you, everybody, that, they can come across as happy spirits, nice spirits, but they have an alternative motive, and sometimes it's be really negative, and they could be bad spirits. And once you invite them in to stay, you know what? All hell's going to break loose. Heidi says, whoa, we're getting pretty busy here. This is great. This is awesome. Let me get some stuff here. Or people with ability. Heidi says, people with abilities that may or may not know they have manifested PK energies. True. Carrie says, negativity breeds negativity and positivity breeds positivity. That's true. It does breed it, Carrie, but I really believe that a lot of spirits do lie. Yes, they do. I've seen it happen. Kurt says, isn't life just the most wonderful, mysterious journey when you really sit and think about all the options and choices you can choose to pursue? Which is true, but you can choose whatever you want to choose, and you want to choose to pursue, but you just need to be, a little bit on your toes when you decide to do that. You really need to sit down and really look at yourself and do it. Go for it, Kurt. Do what you got to do. But if you're welcoming spirits, I'd get somebody in there to find out who they really are before you invite them in. And then that's the truth. Heidi says, no welcome doormats. You don't want to welcome just anything in. Vet Girl says, I do filter what comes through. No worries. My boundaries are solid. That's great, Vet Girl. Heidi says, tricksters and energy vampires. Protect your energy always and always. Yeah. Seriously, Kurt, if you listen to Vet Girl and Heidi, man, they're telling you all the good things that you need to do. But I have faith in you, brother. I have faith. Got your back too. So, I'll just send my angels over there. I will definitely send my angels. People know about my angels, and they do help people. They really do. But we have about 4 more minutes left of the show here, unfortunately. I do want to say that Sean Patrick, he has his show Into the Dark Lightly, and his comes on at 9:10 right after me. And so if you want to stick around and go listen to his show, that would be awesome. And it's just okay. Here we go. Here we go. Years ago, Heidi says, years ago, I was getting psychically attacked almost daily. I had to figure that out on my own. Kurt says, no, I'd never just invite anything into my house. I don't even really invite too many people into my house. People's energies can stay in the house even when they leave. But I have a spot outside where, okay, go and sit, and they try not to just listen to the earth, which is great, brother, which is great. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad you're taking some precautions about that. But UPRN, we have so many great shows. The Outer Realm, you got the Angel Rocker with Lorelei on Mondays. You got Carrie Lynn Shellhorn. Her and Lori, they got a show Thursday nights on this channel. And then you got Carrie Lynn got her show on Fridays. And there's a bunch of brand new shows that come on that have came on the channel. So, if you're not doing anything during the week, just pop on UPRN Talk Radio. Heidi can tell you a lot about them because she goes to a lot of the shows, and I know there's other people that go to the different shows. A bunch of my hosts are beautiful people, man. And go listen to their shows. And what's crazy is that not all one show is all shows are totally different from the others, and you get to learn a little bit about Native Americans. You can learn about Bigfoot, paranormal, all kinds of good stuff. And I was truly blessed that Joe Montaldo actually gave me the chance to do this. And I am truly, truly grateful for him. But let's see. So, like I said, if you're not doing nothing during the week, just pop on UPRN Talk Radio and listen to another podcast. And what's really, really, really cool about it is that the people that you see in my chat room, the majority of them are in the other chat rooms during the shows. And it's just like you're not popping in and being by yourself. The people right now are in those other shows that listen to them. If you want to know about the shows, go to Heidi's Facebook page, and she posts all the shows that are on UPRN. So I hope everybody enjoyed the show. Kurt says, I love all the shows on UPRN. I'm glad I found all you guys. And we're glad that we found you. So don't feel like that you're popping in on a show and not knowing anybody. I'm telling you, though, there's a lot of people, like I said, that are in my chat room that will be in the other chat rooms of the other people. So it is the witching hour. It is time to go. Okay. We're getting on that mark. I wish everybody happy Father's Day. Hey, Lisa, good to see you. Welcome. Oh, you know what, miss? If you just send me a plane ticket, I'll go and visit you. I go visit you. But happy Father's Day, happy and Mother's Day to all the parents out there. And I really hope that you had a wonderful day. Children, if I don't know, I'm trying to make this last till 50. Let's see what we got here. Beckgirl says, happy Father's Day to all. Beckgirl says, great show as always. Thank you. I'll do yard work, and just so you send me a plane ticket, I'll be down in Australia whenever. That's not a problem, buddy. Oh, you're welcome, Michelle. Thank you for being here. And again, I'm very happy that everybody did show up tonight for the show. Children, if you can, please give your parents a hug and tell them that you love them. Okay? And parents, definitely go to your children, give them a hug, and tell them that you love them. And if you have no parents, And if you have no children, find someone, give them a hug, and tell them that you love them. Because those 3 words, I love you, go a long way. And on that note, good night, everybody, and I will see you Tuesday night. Good night.